Hey, dope people, it's Adam. Hope you're having an okay Saturday morning. I was having a pretty good day, and I did it. I turn on the phone. I can't help it. Um, I do like, yeah. I'm not like buried on my phone too much. It may seem like it to people, but I really am not. It's actually a fairly reasonable, below average amount of time. Um, I try to do stuff around the house, color if I'm bored, play video games. I'll have my phone on in the background, like I'll have video like newsy stuff on in the background, but nothing. I'm not buried on reel after reel after reel. On the pooper, I am. On the pooper, I am. That's the doom scroll time is on the pooper. Um, but yeah, on the pooper today, I saw that Trump did it. Trump, we like, if you pay an ounce of attention to the news and world events, you knew this was coming. This is like a long time coming, like 50 years coming, kind of thing. Many attempts, many regimes trying to take down another regime, kind of thing. I'm not going to go into long history, but there's a long, long history of Iran and the U.S. and how they hate each other. And they're yes, they have chanted "Death to America," but then again, America has sanctioned the shit out of their country. Then they struggle. Not the rich, powerful ayatollahs and all that kind of stuff. They don't struggle, um, but just the regular folk, they do. Um, like, oh, they need a revolution. There's a lot of places that need a revolution, so maybe it's a glass house situation there. But it's totally unnecessary, this war. Mark Carney has completely disappointed. Like, I was like, ooh, here he might have got it. He might have got it with the Davos speech, but that was just some. I was like, this feels more like saying the right thing at the right time rather than doing the right thing at the wrong time. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Mark Carney's doing the right thing. Support, like, not getting in the middle of it, which I get it. Who wants to get in the middle of Iran and Israel and the US? Like, who wants to get in the middle of that? Hey, I went from mensch to anti-Semite because I asked a few questions of a Zionist. Okay, so I get that it's a very delicate fucking situation, and that's a true story. And I think he'd back it up. I'm not going to name him. I don't name people as best I can because usually that's the attention that they want. Um, but I am no longer with him. If you know, you know. Yeah, no. So I knew a Zionist. I know a Zionist. I don't associate with him anymore. I used to pity him. He lost jobs over it, which, I don't always agree with that. Like, I don't always, like, this is a political. But if he was behaving like an asshole at work, then bye. Like, I don't know the both sides of the story. I just know his, and it's very a victim heavy story of his. So yeah. So I went from mensch to anti-Semite in a matter of a couple of years, few years. We'd keep in touch. We'd always touch base, and it was always nice. It was nice to have a friend, right? Who, was angry at stuff and things like that, and the control of corporations and blah 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 blah. Then October 7th happened, and he lost his fucking mind. I'm sorry, like, it was a tragedy. What happened October 7th is terrible. I mourn the loss for all the families of the people who died on October 7th. Um, However, mass genocide is not the appropriate response. Just isn't. Just isn't. So yeah, America on behalf of Iran, or Israel, sorry. So the U.S. on behalf of Israel, or Israel with the U.S. It's hard to. It's You can't keep up. If Iran's smart, they'll go after all of them. And just make them all culpable. Like, again, this was completely unnecessary. Obama had this figured out. Trump tore it up. walk slow walked it right up to this point. Trump 2.0 is just Trump unleashed, Trump at his worst. So there's going to be a lot of toe-to-so's out there. And again, they're right. There's a lot of I told you so's to come. But if you're late to the party, that's okay. If you're late to the party of, wait, we got to resist this stuff. We got to encourage our prime minister to not support this. This is unnecessary. This is completely unnecessary. There are better ways to handle Iran, and honestly, I don't think they're as big of a problem as they like to let us know, let us think it is. They're not. It's not an existential problem. At this point, Iran just wants to be left the fuck alone. As far as I can tell, that's I'm just an idiot in a basement. I'm not. I'm not supporting that ideology either. I just have a feeling they just can we just abuse our people on our own terms? You go abuse your people, we'll go abuse our people, and we'll just let bygones be bygones. Can we do that? For fuck's sakes. Can't we just be authoritarian in our spot? You go be authoritarian. Like I'm not gonna repeat it. Like I can you know what I'm trying to say. It's just like um you know it's just rich coming from America, that like all these accusations of Iran. It's like, wait, there's a dozen news stories just in the past month alone where you did all this stuff. Like for fuck's sakes. So um yeah, no, so the war in Iran, it's starting. We knew it was coming. The buildup was insane. The amount of equipment that was in the area was mind boggling. It was, yeah, they showed their whole deck, like the whole thing, like all of it, balls, all the everything, even the taint. Yeah, so here we are, and our prime minister supports it. So hopefully, and Pierre Polyev. I saw a great Beaverton clip this morning. Shout out to the Beaverton. That's the it's the Canadian Onion. Um, they they said if Polyev could cross the floor, he would. And you know what? I have to agree. He would. If it would help him, he would cross the floor. Oh my god. Um, so yeah, no, Pierre Polyev, he's going to support this. There's not going to be any real opposition. The NDP is useless until the next election. Hopefully, it's called soon. We have a leader pretty soon. I think it's going to be Avi. Avi, yeah. I hope it's Avi. He's. We need a good order. We need a good speaker. We need someone who won't mince words, who will speak truth to power, who won't be polite, and who won't look goddamn weird in that hat, man. I'm sorry, you can't lead a country in that hat. You can't. You can't. You can't. Your ideas are fantastic. Your heart's in the right place. Get rid of the hat. I'm sorry, I don't mean to judge, but you just can't lead a country or a national party wearing that hat. Local politics. That's your bag, baby. That's where you're gonna make the real magic happen, anyways. So, local politics. So, um, yeah, war again. Um, we knew it was coming. We knew it was gonna happen. It didn't have to happen. Um, but it is happening. And as Canadians, there's not much we can do about it. We can try to push our prime minister to go against it, but again, the dance he has to do right now is a not easy one. There is, like, again, like I said, this guy that I know, he's out in Ontario, and there's a big constituency out in Ontario of people who support what's going on, who support a regime change in Iran, and that's what it is. It's not about nuclear bombs or nuclear weapons or a nuclear program at all. Not at all. It's about regime change. It's about yeah. It's about destabilizing it. It's about, so basically what they hope to happen is it's going to be oh, I can't remember the word, but it's going to break up into little many states and stuff like that, like just like kind of like Iraq did, and stuff like it'll be a mess. It'll be a mess. All these like little mini warlords and all kinds of crap will happen. There will be human rights violations galore, uh, on both sides. So yeah, like it's just going to be a goddamn mess. So there will be no winners at the end of it, except maybe oil companies, perhaps. Yeah, no, even then, this is like just it feels completely ideological and unnecessary. Um, like can't be about resources. This isn't about resources. This is just about getting rid of people who are ideologically opposed to you and to take over an entire region in the Middle East. And this is just the first pillar to go. Once the Iranian, if they can get rid of the Iranians, the rest is easy, right? If we got rid of them, the rest is easy. The rest will fall, and it'll be under the control of the Israelis. That is what it is. I'll get in big trouble for that. Yep, I can get in big trouble for saying that. That sucks, eh? It's not some sort of conspiracy or anything like that, and it's not about being a Jew or nothing like that. And actually, most Jews are against this. Um, they don't want war. Who knew? Who knew? People don't want war. That's just it's an insane prospect nowadays. Not wanting war. Like there was a whole movement ages ago about anti-war, and then it worked. It worked really well. Like it did. It did its job. It kept it kept it top of mind, and so yeah. So again this is where I get ishy on the being pro Canadian sometimes, is because I don't want it to look like I support, like I support my country, but I don't always support what it does, right? I think that's just being patriotic. And right now, like I love my country. I still think it's one of the best countries in the world. It I think it might be, in my opinion, not having seen any other countries ever except for Seattle. I've been to Seattle. That's the list. I've been to Seattle. Overpaid for CDs. It was great. So yeah. Well, I had to go to. I can't remember Sam the Record Man. I think it was Sam the Record Man that I really wanted to go to at the time. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not worldly, so don't always take my opinion for it. I've been called an anti-Semite for bringing up just fact. I asked about killing kids. I'm like, yo, I can't believe this ended a friendship. I like this ended a friendship when I asked the question of, like, I just can't get on board with the mass killing of children on either side. Like, I'm not going to support Hamas, and I'm not going to support Israel. I'm not going to support any of them. I'm going to support the people of Palestine, and I'll support the people of Israel, right? Not the decisions of its government or anything like that. I want the people of both sides to live and thrive. That's what I want. Not whatever the fuck is going. The West Bank, yeah, they're just doing it more surgically in the West Bank, from the sounds of it. But it's still like it's a hostile takeover the whole area. They use thermobaric weapons, which vaporize people. It vaporizes people. So good luck trying to get a body count, verifiable body count, if you can't find any bodies, if there is no body to find. There you'd have there'd be there you could do some forensics, but they're never going to allow that kind of forensic undertaking to do that kind of accounting. All we're going to be able to do is an estimate of the people who are surviving, and then extrapolate from that. That's about it. Um, we do have a couple thousand verified kills from thermobaric weapons, like just verified, like, oh yes, we know that this person, yeah, like there's just a few, but not too many. So it's uh it's a cover up beyond a cover up. uh Again, it's the same. It's like instead of building incinerators, they build bombs to incinerate. They made the incinerators mobile. That's all they did. Um, yeah, so it's what do you do, right? Like it's I can sit here in my basement and piss and moan, unemployed, on the government dole. Excuse me, and just see that there's going to be injustice still, and try to accept that there is, and there's no heroes here. There's fucking no heroes. Like we might get one down the road here if if fate allows, I guess is the right way to go. There might be a couple. Avi might be the guy. I think his name is Avi. Anyways, the potential new leader of the NDP. He's a good orator. So he speaks well on policy and things like that. So that should be helpful. And hopefully we get some good opposition. We will have no opposition to the support of the war in Iran. There will be none in Canada except for our own. So this is mine. I've been following this for quite some time. It's a horror what happened in Gaza, beyond belief, uh, orchestrated by horrible people, just the worst of the worst. So yeah, here we are, Saturday, new day, and a new war that we can sit back and let happen, or we can speak up and say no. This one we no one needs, no one wants. Mark Carney, do better. You made that speech. This is not, you supporting this is not the end of the old world order. It's a continuation. It's a continuation. And it's just more of the same. Might as well have Pierre Polyev where you are. There's no opposition to this. There's no moral. There's no one standing on the side of morality. Like, we're supposed to be a very moral country. Like, the helpers, the ones that get things done. And this is not it. This is just not it. So yeah, we got like, I know Mark Carney won't do better. He's like, again, if we elected a banker, like this is just, we have to. It's not like some sort of like conspiratorial. It's just the way he thinks is global. It's very very different than how other, like, yeah. So it's, he's a banker. He thinks very differently than a regular politician, and right now he's just making like a bet. He's making like a bet right now that it is in the best interest of Canada to support the war in Iran. Like that, I think he's smart enough to know what really is going on, like what really, like, this is not a good idea, but he's also smart enough to know that full opposition to it is also not the best idea right now, especially with all the threats that Trump has levied against Canada, right? So, and with how, like, yeah, like, yeah, with Alberta, separation issues going on, he doesn't want to stir that pot too much and have them lay it on even thicker, and make our problems even bigger than they already are, which a lot of our issues are fueled by the U.S. Right now. So, yeah, that's I think that's all where I'm going to leave it about that for this morning. I'm not anti-Semitic, just for the record. Not that that matters, because if you go say I'm not for what Israel's doing, they'll label you an anti-Semite. That is what happened to me. I went from mensch to anti-Semite in one day. Because again, I knew right after October 7th, the response would be unfiltered, to use a word. Uh, there would be no restraint. It would be unrestrained. There you go, not unfiltered, unrestrained. And it was horrific, and it'll be a scar on their society for a long time. That's not one I have to live with. I know I'm on the right side of history in uh saying what I say. It's not maybe the popular opinion. But I'm not here to be popular. I'm just here to be me and to keep things dope. And it's not really dope right now, but um we can't make it dope unless we kind of acknowledge a few things, and this was unnecessary. This was orchestrated, and we really didn't need it. We didn't need it. um Love you guys. Hope, if you have family, if you're Iranian and you have family in Iran, I hope they stay safe. I hope they get out of this. Then I hope Carney does. I hope we still are the country that we are and help people who need help right now, and allow refugees and things like that. Let people get their families to safety. Yeah, that's. I hope we're still that country. Um, Kids and families, kids and women, and just guys like you and me. Um, just dudes. They're just people. They deserve safety, and hopefully we can provide some of that. And it's just rhetoric that we're hearing from our prime minister. I hope it's just rhetoric. I hope it's just for that audience of one. Meanwhile, like we can. I don't mind. Honestly, I do not mind being two-faced about this. I'm just gonna wrap this up, but just I want to make this one thing clear. I don't mind being two-faced about it. Mm-mm. Not at all. Not at all. Say that thing like, "Oh, we support this," but behind the scenes, be subversive. Cool with me. Approve, those visas and stuff like that for Iranian refugees and things. Yeah, sure, cool. Be two faced about it. I'm great with that. Again, if it keeps that giant orange baby complacent and quiet, and uh you know, as long as they're still focused on the Epstein files, there still is. This is the big distraction. This is the big one. Um, let's hope that we can just stay focused, keep our eye on the ball, because what's in the Epstein files could stop what's going on. That's right. We have to keep our eye on the prize. Like what is in the Epstein files could end him, um, and we need to be able to support that endeavor as well. So I hope CSIS is pushing for that. Like again, I hope we're two faced. I really really hope we're two faced about it. That on the surface, like, oh yeah, like yeah, it's a horrible regime. It's a horrible regime, but I don't think a giant war is what the world needs right now. So they could have, still used their leverage economically and sanctions and all that stuff. They were starving that country, so they can, I guess, still do that. But no, they decided to go do the big option, do the bombings, go to war illegally. Illegally, don't forget that it's an illegal war. They didn't get approval from their Congress, so it's an illegal war by their own standards. And yeah, it's all about regime change, not about oil, not about free. They say freedom and stuff like that, but it's just about getting this regime out, getting in the puppets that they want, so that so that Israel can have more control of the area. That's it. That's all. It's all about Israel having more control of the area, and this is Israel's war more than the US's war, and it sucks that we're here now. But it was, and it feels inevitable, but it could have been avoided. But it's hard to say how at this point how this could have been avoided, considering that the people who wanted it are so powerful and they push so hard. So those are dope guys' thoughts on this new war. Hope you have a great day. Hope you enjoy your time with your loved ones. I know I'm going to go out and do some shopping with my wife. And try to stay positive. And always, as always, keep it dope.